Welcome to Music DNA, the show that will help you discover the insights of music. I am your host, Ahmed Torresilla. On today's show, we're going to be talking about a performance that took place at MDC Kendall Campus in the Black Box Theater. That performance was based on the music of Weill, German composer who was very influenced by Expressionism. To help me expand on this topic, I have Mr. Leo Weill, professor of music at MDC Kendall Campus. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
In a little while, we're going to be watching some videos based on this performance. But before that, I would like you to tell us how you came up with the idea.
Well, several years ago, we discovered that there were a number of talented students that were very interested in performing more and more involvement with musical theater. So I put together a performance of another musical review called Jacques Brel is Alive and Well and Living in Paris. And that turned out to be very, very successful. And from there, I decided it would be an annual event that we would do every summer to showcase some of our most talented and most deserving students.
Very interesting. Can we talk about the context of the pieces?
Sure. Kurt Weill was, as you mentioned, a composer of the early 20th century, born in Berlin, and because of his Jewish heritage, he had to flee Germany when the Nazis came to power. He spent some time in Paris and then immigrated to the United States. The review that we did, Berlin to Broadway with Kurt Weill, is a collection of songs from many of his famous operas and his musicals. Many of his great works are represented. Rise and Fall of the City of Mahagoni, of course, Three Penny Opera, Street Scene. All of his very, very well-known musical theater works have at least one piece in this musical review.
Okay. After this great explanation, we can go to the first video.
Bill's Beer Hall in Bilbao, Bilbao, Bilbao was the most fantastic place I've ever known. For just $1 you get all you wanted, all you wanted, all you wanted, of whatever kind of joy you called your own. But if you'd have been around to join the fun, I don't know if you had liked what you had seen. The stools at the bar were soaked with rye, on the dance floor the grass grew high. Through the roof the moon was shining green, and the music they played was worth every night you paid.
Hey Joe, play that song they always played.
Alta Bilbao mon, that old Bilbao moon, Ponok Dili Belong, la 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 la.
I can't remember the damn words.
It was just too long ago.
La 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 la. I just don't know if you'd have liked what you'd have seen, but it was fantastic. It was fantastic. It was most fantastic in the world. Bill's Beer Hall in Bilbao, Bilbao, Bilbao. On a day the end of May 1908,
4 guys from Frisco brought a sack of gold dust.
Sack of gold dust.
Sack of gold dust.
But if you'd have been around to join the fun, I don't know if you'd have liked what you'd have seen. The brandy bottles smashing everywhere,
And the chairs flying through the air.
through the roof the moon was shining green.
And you should have seen those guys as they were shooting up the place. You think you're a hero? Well, then you could have proved it.
Alta Bilbao mon, that old Bilbao moon, Ponok Dili Belong, la 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 la.
I just can't remember the damn words. It was too long ago.
La 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 la. I just don't know if you'd have liked what you'd have seen, but it was the schönste, it was the schönste, the most fantastic in the world. Bill's Beer Hall in they cleaned it up and made it middle class.
With potted palms and ice cream.
Very bourgeois.
Very bourgeois. Now it's just like any place you might pass.
But if you should come around to have some fun, there's a chance that you might like it and remain.
What a joke. They mopped up the beer in broken glass.
On the dance floor you can't grow grass.
They've shut the green moon out because of rain. And the music they played made you ashamed of the money that you paid. Hey Joe, play that song from the good old days.
Alter Bilbao, warum die Liebe lohnt, das hab ich nie geschont.
Yeah, those are the words. Yeah.
La 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 la, la la.
It was just too long ago.
La 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 la. I just don't know if you'd have liked what you'd have seen, but es war das Schönste, es war das Schönste, es war das Schönste auf der Welt.
It was just too long ago.
Miami-Dade College has career paths in anything you want to be. What's your story? Be global. Be cutting edge. Be inventive. Be investigative. Be a hero. What do you want to be? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
Fresh thinking is being served at Miami-Dade College. Create your own recipe for success in the evolution of food culture at the Miami Culinary Institute. Learn the skills you need to jumpstart your career in the culinary arts. Turn green into gourmet and celery into salary. Miami Culinary Institute. Food, culture, innovation. Visit us at miamidadeculinary.com. Register now. Miami Culinary Institute.
Welcome back. I hope you've enjoyed the performance as we have. We can talk about these songs that we just watched, Bilbao Son, and maybe you can introduce the next song, Sorabaya Johnny.
Sure. Both of those songs are from one of his early operas called Happy End. And it was the librettist was Bertolt Brecht, with whom he had many of his great early successes. They met when they were in college in Berlin, and they created several great operas. Happy End actually takes place in Chicago, and Bilbao Song is a bunch of guys in a bar drinking and reminiscing. They're all gangsters, and they're sort of planning what their next move is going to be. In Surabaya Johnny, the heroine is actually a part of the Salvation Army, and she becomes enamored with the villain, if you will, and Johnny. And in Surabaya Johnny, she's sort of lamenting the relationship that they had.
Great. Now you know what's going on these two pieces. So let's watch the next one.
Is it heads? Is it heads? Is it tails? And do you win or lose when the gamble is love? And if you win God in the toss, is he your prize or your punishment?
I was only a child when I met you. You came from the Burma Lagoon, and you said, would you like a bit of travel? You promised me all but the moon. I asked you what you did for a living, and you swore, God's my witness to me, that you worked for the railroad people and would never follow the sea. You said a lot, Johnny, not a word was true. Johnny, you betrayed me, Johnny, the moment we met. I hate your guts, Johnny, don't stand there grinning. Johnny, take that pipe out of your mouth, you rat. Surabaya, Johnny, why do you treat me so raw? Surabaya, Johnny, my God, and I do love you so. Surabaya, Johnny, why am I feeling so low? You have no heart, Johnny, and I do love you so. At first it was always Sunday, so long as I pleased you at night. But only a few weeks later, not a thing I did was right. Up and down we tramped through the Punjab, through the river, along to the sea. But now when I look in the mirror, there's a broken face that I see. You wanted no love, Johnny, you wanted the loot, Johnny, but your lips, Johnny, I can never forget. You asked for everything, Johnny, I gave you more. Johnny, take that pipe out of your mouth, you rat. Surabaya, Johnny, why do you treat me so raw? Surabaya, Johnny, my God, and I do love you so. Surabaya, Johnny, why am I feeling so low? You have no heart, Johnny, and I do love you so. I wish I had paid more attention to that nickname of yours and the rest. All along that bloody awful coastline, you have been a notorious guest. In a sixpence a night bed one morning, I will wake to the thunder of the sea, and your ship will be leaving the harbor, and you won't even wave to me. You said a lot, Johnny, you are a bastard, Johnny, why'd you leave me, Johnny, can you tell me that? I love you more, Johnny, than the first night, Johnny. Take that damn pipe out of your mouth, you rat. Surabaya, Johnny, why do you treat me so wrong? Surabaya, Johnny, my God, and I do love you so. Surabaya, Johnny, why am I feeling so low? You have no heart, Johnny, and I do love you so.
Miami-Dade College has career paths in anything you want to be. What's your story? Be global. Be cutting edge. Be inventive. Be investigative. Be a hero. What do you want to be? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
Fresh thinking is being served at Miami-Dade College. Create your own recipe for success in the evolution of food culture at the Miami Culinary Institute. Learn the skills you need to jumpstart your career in the culinary arts. turn green into gourmet and celery into salary. Miami Culinary Institute. Food, culture, innovation. Visit us at miamidadeculinary.com. Register now. Miami Culinary Institute.
Welcome back. After watching the video, you can tell that there is a lot of work behind that performance. We can go ahead and watch the next video, but before that, I want you, Leo, to expand a little bit on the next song, which is Mandalay Song.
Mandalay Song is from an opera called The Rise and Fall of the City of Mahagoni. And this opera is about people that move to the place that they think is going to be nirvana, or that's going to be heaven, or that's going to be a paradise for them. But it turns out that there's no law, there's no organization, and everybody becomes corrupt. Everybody starts to steal from each other, they start to connive with each other, and it's a very, very terrible situation. Mandalay is about Mother's Bar, which is a house of ill repute, if you will, and the fact that the men in the song are singing about the fact that there's no more business and the girls aren't as pretty as they used to be, and things are getting even worse than they were before they arrived.
Okay. After this, you are well informed about what's going to happen in the song, so let's watch the video.
Mother goddamn's diving Mandalay, 7 rotting boards out in the bay. Goddamn, go tell that girl to get her ass in gear. There's 15 guys all lined up along the pier, watches in their hands and shouting, hey, is there just one girl in Mandalay? All the girls are cute as they can be, even if they won't put out for free. Life would be so simple, everything in order, if the guy who's in there wasn't so damn slow. Take your 45 and shoot the door down. Tell that guy in there he's holding up the show. Move it, Johnny, hey. Move it, Johnny, hey. Sing the man the song of Mandalay. Love doesn't have days and weeks to be reckoned. Johnny, come on, we don't dare waste a second. Will the moon shine every night over you, Mandalay? Will the moon shine every night over you? Mother's goddamn diving Mandalay, now it's rotting underneath the bay. No more watches left but shouts of hey. Not a single soul in Mandalay. Once the girls were cute as they could be, now there's no one left who's worth the fee. Life's no longer simple, nothing is in order. There's no place like goddamns, all of them are gone. No more 45s and no more doorways. Where there's no one, the show just can't go on. Move it, Johnny, hey. Move it, Johnny, hey. Sing the man the song of Mandalay. Love doesn't have days and weeks to be reckoned. Johnny, come on, we don't dare waste a second. Will the moon shine every night over you, Mandalay? Will the moon shine every night over you?
Miami-Dade College has career paths in anything you want to be. What's your story? Be global. Be cutting edge. Be inventive. Be investigative. Be a hero. What do you want to be? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
Fresh thinking is being served at Miami-Dade College. Create your own recipe for success in the evolution of food culture at the Miami Culinary Institute. Learn the skills you need to jumpstart your career in the culinary arts. Turn green into gourmet and celery into salary. Miami Culinary Institute. Food, culture, innovation. Visit us at miamidadeculinary.com. Register now. Miami Culinary Institute.
Welcome back. Before we go to the last song, I would like you to tell us how has been your experience as a music teacher at MDC.
I'm one of the luckiest people in the world, I think. Number one, I work for a great college that we have great students, we have a great administration. They let me do what I really want to do to help the students. This is the musical review that we do every summer is kind of a special project that features some of the most advanced and most talented students. Right. And it's just a tremendous joy to work with these students. They're eager, again, they perform well, they're talented. It's just a great thrill for me to work with them. I've always enjoyed working at Miami-Dade. I started here as an adjunct many years ago. Been working here I've been on almost all the campuses. And I've always found that the students are very genuine. They're very down to earth. They're not at all pretentious. And that's one of the things I really like about it. Miami-Dade College gives me as a professor the opportunity to teach them. I don't have to worry about, other kinds of things that other colleges have, other sorts of pressures other colleges put on their professors. I get to teach. And that's just a very rewarding, very fulfilling part of my career.
Great. It's nice to hear that. Yeah, this is a great institution that allows everybody to overcome their dreams. I would like you to tell us if somebody wants to start studying music here at MDC, what's the right way to approach it? What's the contact number? Any email that you can advise them to use?
Miami-Dade College is an open enrollment institution, so anybody can sign up and study music. It's best to work with an advisor to figure out where to begin, work with an individual faculty member to figure out what the best course of action would be. But we're always interested in having people perform and people having join us in our ensembles. A student does not have to be a music major to perform in the ensembles. There's lots of different ways to perform. There's the concert band. We have a small orchestra. We have lots of vocal ensembles. The theater has several opportunities as well if people want to act. We do a number of productions every year.
Awesome.
If somebody wants to become involved, we'll find a way for them to become involved. And we're always open to as many folks joining us as possible.
Great. We can go to the last song right now, which is I Wait for a Ship. I would like you to expand on this song.
I Wait for a Ship is from an opera that Kurt Weill wrote called Marie Galante. It's not very well known, but this song is probably the best known of that particular musical. It's sung on this performance by a very talented young lady, Carol Leon, and I think you'll agree with me that she's got a bright future ahead of her after you watch this performance. Originally, Kurt Weill when he wrote this, he and Lotte Lenya, his wife, were in Paris, and that was after they left Nazi Germany and before they immigrated to the U.S. They stayed in Paris for a while. And this was a song that the French resistance would use to signal each other that things were about to happen. It became sort of a patriotic song for the French underground.
Okay? After this song, it is all for this episode. Remember to make music your style of life. I am Ahmed Torresilla. Thank you for watching.
To the future of France. Beautiful girl, bella francesa.
$2 that you can't beat for a special treat. Come on, sexy, take me, pay me, then let me be. For you're not the lover I want. I wait for a ship that's sailing to me, that's calling to me across its lonely sea, a sea filled with tears that flow from my eyes. It sails below out with my sighs, and if the waves sweep to sink it, I wouldn't falter, not a bit. I'd carry it home like a baby back to Bordeaux, safe in my arms. $2, monsieur, but not from you. If you're on duty aboard my beauty, I kiss your face, ask heaven's grace for safe sail through every gale. One last caress, a fierce embrace. My love's a charm to keep my ship from harm. My darling ship, my very own. J'attends un navire